Namaskaram. In last two lectures, we have seen that Lagrange's method and related problems. Lagrange's method is used to find general solution for a special type of first order partial differential equation. In this session, we will discuss Charpit's method. Charpit's method is used to find a complete integral for a general first order partial differential equation. Also, we know that what is the relation between complete integral and a general solution. Let's start. These are the solutions of previous homework. Charpit's method is used to find a complete integral for a general first order partial differential equation. This is the general form of a first order partial differential equation. An equation involving x, y, z, p and q, because p and q are first order derivatives. Okay. For example, p plus q square plus xz equal to 0. This is a first order partial differential equation. Next, I'm going to explain the algorithm for Charpit's method. As similar to Lagrange's method, first we have to write the Charpit's equations or subsidiary equations. These are the Charpit's equations. Dx by minus partial df by dp is equal to dy by minus partial df by dq equal to dz by minus p into partial df by dp minus q into partial df by dq, that is equal to dp by partial df by dx plus p into partial df by dz, that is equal to dq by partial df by dy plus q into partial df by dz. In some textbooks, you may find that Charpit's equations multiplied with the minus 1. That is, instead of this minus partial df by dp, this become partial df by dp. Okay, similarly, all other terms. However, the final complete integral remains same. Okay. Step 2. Find another relation phi of x, y, z, p, q, a equal to 0 by solving these subsidiary equations. Here a is an arbitrary constant. Step 3. Find p and q by solving 1 and 2 or from these subsidiary equations. Step 4. Find a complete integral by integrating this total differential dz equal to p dx plus q dy. I will explain this procedure in detail through examples in coming sessions. As a remark, p or q must occur in the solution obtained from Charpit's equations. Find a complete integral of p square plus q square into y equal to qz. The standard form of PDE is f of xyz pq equal to 0. So here the standard form of this problem is so here f is p square y plus q square y minus qz. Next, we have to find Charpit's equations. For evaluating Charpit's equations, we have to find partial derivative of f with respect to p, q, x, y and z. Okay. The partial derivatives of f are next we consider here fp stands for partial derivative of f with respect to p. Fq stands for partial derivative of f with respect to q. Here fp is 2py. And this is p square plus q square times y. That is nothing qz. So this become. So next term is fz is minus q. So this is equal to minus pq. Last term is Fy is p square plus q square. Q times Fz is minus q. So this is equal to p square plus q square minus q square. So this becomes p square. So Charpit's equations are dx by minus 2py, dy by z minus 2qy, dz by minus qz, dp by minus pq, and dq by p square. So this is our step 1. Next, we have to find a relation some phi of x, y, z, p, q, a equal to 0 by solving these subsidiary equations. For that, we consider this last two pair. We consider this last two ratios. So this become, when p is common, so this become, cross multiply. Now it is integrable, variable separable form. So you can integrate on both sides. So we get, so this become C1 is an arbitrary, but 2C1 is also an arbitrary constant, so let it be A. This is the first solution from this Charpit's equation. This is our step 2, phi of x, y, z, p, q, a. So this is our equation number 1 and this is equation number 2. In step 3, we have to find p and q by solving 1 and 2. From 2, p square plus q square is equal to a. Substituting this p square plus q square equal to a in 1, we get q. Okay, we get a y. This implies q equal to, so q equal to ay by z. Substituting this q in 2, so p square plus q is ay by z, so p square equal to, so p equal to, by taking LCM, so p equal to, this is equation number 4. So this is our step 3. Now we get p and q. Okay, so q is equal to ay by z and p is equal to 1 by z square root of a z square minus a square y square. Step 4 is we have to evaluate z using this total differential dz equal to p dx plus q dy. Q is ay by z. Now z is common, take outside and cross multiply, we get, okay, we can rewrite this as z dz here. Left side is actually integrable, but right side is not integrable because here integration is with respect to x and integrand is involves z and y. Okay, so this is not integrable, so we use another technique, multiply throughout by a 2. So this become, and this is the differential of z square because differential of z square is 2z dz. This is the differential of dy square. So left hand side become, and a is a constant, so you can write it is d of ay square. Okay, ultimately this become differential of z square minus ay square divided by, now this left hand side is of the form some du by 2 root u. This is integrable and its integration is nothing root u. Okay, so similarly now you can integrate with respect to z square minus ay square. So integrating on both sides, we get this is a complete integral because this involves two arbitrary constants. For getting a better form, you just square it. So what happened? This is z square minus ay square equal to, so z square is equal to ay square plus, so this is a complete integral. This involves two arbitrary constants a and b. Okay. Next problem, find a complete integral of z plus qy whole square equal to p. These are the Charpit's equation. Here fp stands for partial derivative of f with respect to p. The standard form of given partial differential equation is z plus qy whole square minus p equal to 0. So here f is z plus qy whole square minus p. So fp is equal to, fq is, so these are the first order partial derivatives. So the subsidiary equations become dx by 1 is equal to dy by minus 2y into z plus qy is equal to dz by p minus 2qy into z plus qy, that is equal to dp by 2p into z plus qy is equal to dq by 4q into z plus qy. Next we consider second and fourth ratios. So here 2 is common and z plus qy is also common. We can cancel 2 times z plus qy. So the remaining term is, now it is integrable. Okay, integrating on both sides, we get, for easy computation, we add constant of integration on left side. Now this is of the form log p plus log y. So this is log py. We can cancel log by taking exponent. So this implies substituting p equal to a by y in equation number 1. Then we get a in the square root. So this implies, so q equal to, this is our step 1. This is our step 2. We find a relation by solving subsidiary equations. This is our step 3. We solve p and q using this 1 and 2. This is our second equation. Yes, this is our p and q. So next is our step 4. In step 4, we evaluate z using total derivative. Okay. dz is equal to p dx plus q dy. This is our step 4, total derivative. And p is a by y. Q is this quantity. Now it is clear that in denominator, one y is common. Take outside, then cross multiply. So what happened? This become, now the second term is square root of a by y dy minus z dy. Take minus z dy to left side. So that is plus z dy. So in left side, this is of the form our product rule. Y into differential of z plus z into differential of y. This is nothing. This is d of yz. Okay, that is equal to adx plus, this is square root of a into 1 by square root of y dy. Now all the terms are integrable. Okay, so next we integrate on both sides. We get Okay, here we integrate with respect to yz. So left side become yz. This is a a is a constant, integration with respect to x. So this is ax, and square root of a is a constant. The integral of 1 by square root of y, that is 2 times square root of y, plus a constant of integration b. So the complete integral is yz is equal to, so this is a complete integral for this PD, because this involves two arbitrary constants. Zy is equal to ax plus 2 times square root of ay plus b. In general, problems of Charpit's method is not comparatively easy. In some of the forthcoming sessions, we will discuss special cases of Charpit's method which are comparatively easy to evaluate. Thank you.